Yeah, no, I skipped 2 and 1 and also go. Um, oh, fuck. See, I stopped the music because I heard the other music and then I didn't play this one.
What a fast one.
Yeah, I've been liking this one a little bit more lately. Yet, anyways, something. This is welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. This is Tales of Revedia, other way around. Welcome to Tales of Revedia. This is where we play Dungeons and Dragons. We're here. You may have noticed we were here Wednesday, or if you didn't notice we were here Wednesday, that makes a lot of sense too. Like 6 people watch this. So
That's a lot of people.
that honestly, that's actually funny enough that's more than like 80-something% in Twitch streams.
Wow.
More than that, I'm pretty sure. 'Cause I know, like, if you have like 30 viewers, that puts you in top 1%.
Whoa.
But that's on Twitch, of course. But yeah, we're here. We're kicking things off. We got the cast and the crew. -1. Joe, you betrayed us because you have real life. I'll remember
fake,
this
but okay.
forever. I will hold it against you, and on my deathbed, I will curse your bloodline. Anyways, as that was a little dramatic. That was probably a little bit much. I'll admit.
We're a super low-key group, guys.
I'll admit. I got a little excited there.
Very low-key. No drama.
But
Who
yeah,
are we talking to?
The viewers!
the void. Honestly,
Viewers, void, they both begin with the.
Oh,
like it's more like, are there viewers? Sure. Would I be talking anyway if there weren't? Yeah.
They're just the shadow incarnations of all the 5 of us.
Yes.
We're here.
Oh, it's the
Joe's
Chrono
viewer
Mage shit.
couldn't make it either.
It's the Chrono Mage shit.
Holy shit. But yeah, I'm getting distracted by something. I need to stop. So we got the cast and the crew of the people who show true loyalty today.
I like how and crew is different, as if there's other people beyond.
I mean, like the cast is the crew, you know. Like it's, fuck you. Yeah, the crew is me on OBS. That's it. It's me on OBS and whoever turned the lights on in everyone's rooms. That's about it. But we're here. Everyone as per usual. If you look right below me, me being the one who has my hand up, also the only one talking, so that's how you know it's me. We got Ethan playing Jagan. I'm out of character intros. Jungum's cool. Good old Death Cleric. I should put these somewhere, this info, on the overlay. I'll think of that next week and then not do it. Next up, oh. You swapped places. Did you? Was Taryn always... Were you always below Jagan? Or did I mess something up?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where's my little character profile picture?
You're right, and you're the bottom left.
I don't
left.
watch this. I don't watch this stream.
I don't know. I just saw it and it threw me off. But yeah, we have Taryn, our assassin rogue, played by the non-stop atomic. Now I don't know what happens when an atomic stops. I feel like that's like a physics thing that's probably really complicated. Because, well, if it's non-stop, that means that eventually, at some point, it's destined to collide with something else, right? Because it's an infinitely moving
We just
object.
avoid everything eternally.
See, you said it's called the not the non-confrontational atomic.
No, nothing but computation, but non-stop.
We have a distinct lack of understanding of molecular physics.
Also,
I just
does
know
it
that
even
if you do two of them,
say?
it makes a black hole.
I don't know that. Does it even say non-stop atomic on this?
I thought it did. Yeah,
Done,
I'm not
that's
crazy.
what
Yeah.
Does it? I thought I just had our character profiles. No, it doesn't. On stream, it doesn't.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying. I was just using the Discord name because it popped into
Oh,
my head.
yes.
Next up we have Haru, aka that means spring in the language of Japan. You know, I don't actually.
All right, you don't gotta put me on blast like this.
I was sharing a fun fact. But playing Kalis, you know, he's the He's a human, but like with as many air quotes as possible. Big old fluffy wild soul. Is that what they call it? Is it a wild soul barbarian? Is that what they call it now? Is that what the kids are calling it?
They called it Wild Magic Barbarian, but that's not what I'm gonna call it.
Is it so? It is wild soul. Is that what? Because you said you're not calling it that. That implies you're calling it something different. But I don't know what you're calling it because we might be calling it.
Yeah, Wild Soul.
Okay.
Sounds way cooler.
Yeah. Wild soul barbarian, known for beating the shit out of things and also being like, oh my god, I'm so random.
Damn, I thought we were gonna stop roasting me.
No, that's a subclass. It's not you. I'm roasting Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Okay. Yeah, it's true.
And lastly, we have Neff playing Zelthar. You know, the straight man of the group who also has no concept of things like money. And still working on that one. I charged him an absurd price for something.
Actually.
I don't remember what it was. But yeah, that's what happens when you don't grow up outside of like a small village that's has relatively no contact with human society or any other ones. But yeah, we're here, we're back. At least that's what I like to think. Mentally, not really, but physically. And just to briefly recap what happened last Wednesday. I was gonna say last week.
2 days ago.
Yeah. Do I remember what happened 2 days ago?
Lore dump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They found a place, library similar to one they had,
Capital L library.
yes, seen not too long ago. However, this was inside the mind of one of the leader Revedia, who are in the midst of their attempt to at least to free his mind from whatever spells overcome him with, or at the very least find out how to. As they've traveled through the layers of its consciousness, subconsciousness, something Freud, you guys are about to discover something really weird, definitely. They have managed to pierce further probe further into the mind and have found themselves on this stunning vista, this massive city that sprawls for miles you can't even see. These buildings that seem to, well, you guys are actually really high up at this point. As I said, you guys are on like this large like overlook on the like would be like towards like the edge of the city, sort of looking down upon it. I could describe it with words, but it's also just a picture right in front of you.
Where?
You have the fog war on, by the way.
Are you serious?
Can't see it.
This is black.
That's awkward.
You see it on the stream, but I don't see it.
It's nighttime in the city.
Oops. You should be able to see it now.
Ah,
It looks
yeah.
properly anime, you know. We're on the ocean, there's like a futuristic city.
with like
Sure there will be a gimmick.
wagleys.
Like a
Yes.
like a Chekhov's public transportation system that will come into play later in the film.
Yeah. It's a gimmick where the gimmick is that everyone dies in the end.
That's
It's not even really a gimmick. It's just
like
a Reddit
it.
post in the making. But yeah, as they have found themselves above this sort of sprawling metropolis, with this strange architecture in front of them, as I said, it's fairly alien to anything you've encountered in Revedia, Granite Den, any of the other major cities you've come across. And I will, with that, I push over towards you all as you have this, as I look for the song.
what are the buildings made out of?
From here, it's hard to tell, but it seems to be some sort of metallic substance. All of them sort of shine in the sunlight. You would recognize the glass, though, of course.
Yes, we do know what glass is.
Believe it or not, that hasn't changed much.
Glass has been around for a long time. Really, really hot sand. Oh gosh.
And at this point, as you guys are all sort of standing around, you see Joanna sort of step up to the ledge of this place, and like almost what's it called? Almost out of character, she just goes, "Oh, holy shit!" She's standing, what's it called, at the ledge.
Yeah. Holy shit is right.
I guess we should start looking for.
Looking for what?
For who?
I don't know.
Arium? Are we to hope that he's...
Oh.
Is this
Do you
his
think-
memory of when he was here?
Do you think this is one of the ancient cities? I don't
It has to
think
be. What else could it be?
But it's not floating, is it?
And as you look around, it seems that, like, it seems to be on the ground, or at least on the water. Sort of floating amongst it. As you can see, the sort of waves. You don't, like, you're high up, but the city doesn't look like it's high up in the air. You'd be able to tell that from here.
Is Arium the Dersit of this city?
The what?
The Deus, the
Oh,
base.
Deus.
Yes. I'd only assume so. They had only one per. And I can't imagine why he'd remember a city that he wasn't responsible for, that he wasn't a part of.
Well, this city might have been significant to him in another way. He might not. I don't think that one necessarily has to lead a city for it to be significant.
But he was the protector of the city. His place would be at his charge.
Yes.
But what if he wasn't? Sorry.
I mean, at the very, if not leading it, I should say, at the very least, he was, or we're presuming that he was the protector of some place, based on what your friend said.
That's
it seems
true.
that considering we're in deep parts of his mind, that this would be the one that's most important to him. And unless there was another city that we did not know about, well, didn't know about this one, really.
Do you think that these memories are chronological?
Maybe?
The first memory was a big asteroid field, so no.
Was it? I mean, but are they memories or are they just like
I don't
how he thinks of things sometimes?
I think they're just manifestations of thoughts. I don't think these are precisely memories. However, this looks like it definitely could be.
Yeah.
It seems like the first real place, as strange as this town is.
Yeah, the last place seemed like an amalgamation of some kind.
As I look around, does anything resemble anything we found in the broken tower of Nadim?
I would say that's I would say nothing explicitly, mostly because you just saw the tower from the inside and it was in the ground. Like you didn't really get to see what it was just kind of like a pointed structure for you guys.
Then how about this? Do I see any sort of like
Sorry.
artificial suns or like any sort of like, powerful veins of energy coursing through the city?
Make me a perception check.
Hopefully do that well.
And I aid him doing so.
Yes, you can. So no music on the
You might as well
screen.
just go on your own, Dragon. It's not gonna. Well, actually, I'm not too bad at this.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So, are you aiding me, or you want to roll on your own?
I was gonna aid you.
Cool. This probably won't roll higher, but yeah. Thank you.
So, as you're sort of using your vantage point, looking along the city, it's not even as necessarily you see it, but you feel it. As almost like tracing lines all across. Excuse me. You notice that these. Excuse you. That you can see like this sort of what's the word? Like the remnants, like a magical source that sort of spread throughout the city, kind of like a giant spider web. And at some points, you can see this like large crystalline structures, in which they sort of converge on, but they seem to all converge like at like a center point towards the middle of the city. But you
In the
don't.
middle of the city is like the downtown portion, or is it all the downtown portion?
It would be where that big old tower is, on the right side.
I see.
But outside of that, you don't see like an apparent like, oh, this is Mythalar.
Well, we follow the conduits to the Mythalar.
Oh,
Does anyone else have a better idea of how to find him?
also one more thing, because I didn't mention this. You would see these sort of from this, like the high up, they do almost like specks or like small dots, but it does seem to be that there are inhabitants in this place,
Right.
roaming the streets and such.
Good that there's life, I guess. Am I the only one without music? Might be.
It's playing for me.
Playing for me.
Go
Oh,
to your music
no.
tab and adjust the volume.
Crank it up.
Pump it up
Nope.
with the jam. Get it funky.
It is at 0000 for me.
Let me try restarting it.
Can you change
Okay.
your input on your headphones to something else that also works?
No,
Because I have one input that doesn't give me like computer audio, but gives me like Discord voice audio, and one input that gives me both.
I
If it's doing that, that means it's not loading the song to her computer.
Yeah.
Does this one work?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's weird. I also just reload the tab, so that might have been it too.
Okay. So does this work now then? After reloading the tab?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I did have a hiccup because everybody froze for a little bit, so that might have been it.
All right. All good. So, as you look along the city, you sort of turn, and behind you is this sort of another like sort of large area. Not like one of these towering buildings, but it looks like how do I describe it? Large cylindrical building with like a dome top and these massive open doors behind you all. And in the room just seems to be a large like circular platform set to the middle. And at that point, well, Joanna sort of looks at you all. I don't know how much. We're going to clear a lot less ground if we're all together. I think you all would be best for you to stay close to each other, but I'm going to go see what I can find.
Do you think it's wise to separate by yourself? Maybe teams?
I'm quite capable. As I said, I originally planned to come here by myself. But your concern is appreciated.
Okay. Just know, if you're in trouble, make a signal and we'll come helping you, okay?
Sure.
You should be
She
fucking
seems,
like a chicken.
it looks like when you say we'll come help, she seems more like she's entertaining the thought than anything else. I'll keep that in mind. Probably won't make a chicken sound. I don't plan on that one. But if I'm in trouble, chances are you'll hear it from something.
Okay, just remember, bok bok.
And with that, wait, how's she gonna get down from here?
That's a real good question.
So he's just gonna transform and jump.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way. As she sort of does her little animorph shit and just disappears over the side of the ledge beneath you all. Now, you could try and jump after her, but that's not wise. As I said, you're pretty high up, and I don't have a game where barbarians can fall from orbit.
Yeah, how are we gonna get down is the question. Where'd you say that circular thing was again?
It's like this large, like round dome building with a domed roof, and they're in the center of which is this like raised circular platform.
And where is that in relation to us?
It's behind you because you
Oh,
guys will
okay.
be looking out towards the city.
Right, okay. I want to go and investigate that building and see what I can find in it.
Okay. So, as you begin to step towards the building and actually go through the sort of open doors themselves, you will see as like the circular area begins to light up, and as it comes to light, these would be four smaller like platforms, four smaller circles within it itself, would begin to light as well.
Did they do anything else other than light up, or just light up?
No, they're just lit up once you enter the area.
Okay. Am I able to investigate and walk around the area without stepping on them?
Yeah, you could avoid them pretty easily.
Yeah.
I'd say go ahead and make an investigation check.
Just trying to find, like, anything with an indication of how to get down, I guess, at this point.
It's a JRPG. We just gotta use the magic elevator.
I mean, I know that, but Taryn doesn't know that.
You would be able to clearly see as you're going down that
Yeah.
the platforms themselves aren't like they don't touch perfectly. The individual circles within each of them seem to be slightly separated from the larger circular platform itself, and sort of through that you can see that they go below, and you see another. You can see like another circular object much lower than you currently are. You'd be able to see like the silhouette of the light shining from that one.
Hmm. Guys, I think this might be a way down? Somehow?
Okay.
I'm gonna step on it. On, like, the big one.
Yeah, there's all of them could fit the whole of you.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But as you begin to step on it, you would be able to feel it sort of shift for a second and begin to sort of slowly lower, until eventually, after a few minutes, or not a few minutes, it'd be about a minute or so. As I said, you're very high up.
Whoa. And Kalis rushes on after and like throws himself onto the elevator.
Are there sides to this thing?
No.
Darren's gonna sit down in
Yeah,
the middle
no.
and just be like,
Yeah, and as you guys are like sort of, you can almost like feel like the sort of tingling sensation of like magic like in the air, kind of like, almost like it makes like the hairs like on your like arms and necks kind of like static electricity. I guess the best way to put it. Once you actually enter into the chamber, and after about a minute or so, you watch as the hole goes into, or the disc goes into like this recessed area at the very bottom, and before you is another set of open doors, and from here you can see what seems to be a much lower view, of course, but you see the sort of streets of the city in front of you as it sort of leads out just into these various pathways.
I'm gonna look back up. Like, how far up was this thing about?
I would think. It took about a minute to fall. That's not right. That math is wrong. I'm sorry. I was about to... Yeah, so you're falling about a minute. And I believe Featherfall, you fall at 60 feet per second? No, that's not right. No, that 60 feet per 6 rounds, so 10 feet per second. So it'd be like maybe like 1,200 feet up. But even then, like there are still some buildings in the city that were over that point, but you could see the vast majority of the place. And at this point, as you guys are sort of looking at things, or you could tell from when you're up on the overlook, it seems to be. I think I said it at the end of the last session, where like it's around sunset. The sun hasn't quite fallen yet, but it is starting to get dark over the city.
Do I smell any sort of natural scent from the ocean? Does it smell like sea air?
From here, no.
Did anyone else come down the elevator with us, or is it just Kaitless and I?
Oh, it was fun. Yes.
Oh, I'm coming and stuff.
But yeah, as you guys are all down there at the bottom. I said there's another open door that leads out towards the master seat in front of you. It looks like it's into like some like a plaza area, where there's this large like central square. And to the left of that is like one of those like crystalline objects that I was describing for, where the magic's. It's a point where the magic seems The magic seems to converge near that crystalline structure, and it's also a building to the right of it, and the pathway continues on.
I'm gonna stand up again, now that we're not moving anymore through the open fucking air, and step off the circle, because I don't particularly care to do that again.
Fair.
I wonder if we won't find the sea drained barren by this place. Like we found at Nadim.
Depends on the sea. If this
What is this place feeding off of?
Don't know, but if it's the heart of Revedia, that's still around.
You think you think we're in the center of Revedia now?
I don't know. But, I mean, I guess it's possible.
We didn't see any, like, land masses from the top of that building, did we?
No. I said you guys seem to be in open ocean, or at least that's what you can see from all sides.
If I think back on the world, the armillary that I saw, does this match anything? Do I see anything that, like, reminds me?
Directly, no. You don't, because there's no land masses to really give reference to. I would say, like, no, it doesn't give you, like, a specific, like, oh, that cat's in trouble. The little fucker better run now.
Is this anything like your home, Chicken?
What? No, something like the Shadowfell.
I mean, it seemed like they had a great city there.
Sorry, Elijah, could you answer that
Is it
again?
like that? I didn't think it would look similar. Is the architecture similar, but like, destroyed?
No, the architecture doesn't really look similar at all. Like,
I didn't.
like, fuck, what was the name of that place?
Forgive me, Chicken. There's a lot of letters in the name of that town, so I may have omitted it from my mind.
Unkiarna, I think. Something like that.
Someone look for signs.
I'm sorry, Elijah. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
could
you're
you?
good.
Do I recognize any kind of landmarks from when I saw the armillary at any point in its?
From here, no, not really, because there isn't really like any, like, you don't have like a reference point or anything like that, because you couldn't see any coastlines from above. Sorry, I'm just getting words.
We're looking for stop signs, Atomic.
Gotcha. There's a Timber rattler outside that 3 deer found. So, just exciting news.
A who?
A timber rattler, like a timber rattlesnake.
Oh, a snake. Okay.
Yeah.
A wood snake.
Yeah. Apparently, the rattling was audible under the deck, though.
Oh.
I heard some like people walking in my backyard last night, when it's pitch
Gross.
black out.
Shoot them.
And it was just raccoons.
I was gonna say, did you shoot them?
You got it right.
It's America.
But bum bum bum.
Raccoon men, to be specific. It's raccoon people.
So,
Tanuki.
as you guys, I'm assuming you're stepping out of the building. There aren't any explicit signs in this building. Stepping out of this building and onto the pathways, you would notice that the streets seem like everything seems, especially now that you're looking at it from this point, everything seems rather large for like a normal humanoid. Whether it be like the railings near the walls themselves, the doors around you, even like the sort of benches in like the park-like areas. They aren't like giant size or anything, but they seem like they're just made for people. It'd be a little awkward for Kalis, I'd say is the best way to put it, like size-wise. It seems like people made a bit bigger than him.
What about Jagan?
Jogun is big too.
Oh my god.
But it's still awkward. I would say put it on that.
Oh, that's awful. Bigger than Jogun? She's like
I mean, she
a
could get on
gangly
it.
nightmare monster.
She could get on. It would just be like her feet would be dangling off the ground a bit, but she
Oh my
could like
gosh.
get onto it.
So I'm like a child here,
That's
guys.
so awful. The picture.
Yeah, like or the
What
benches.
picture?
The benches would be like
Oh.
4 feet off the ground or something like that.
So everyone here is gonna be 10 feet tall. Got it.
We found the city of the Navi.
No one's gonna fuck with their hair. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck my brain. What was I at?
Sorry,
Yes.
sorry for derailing.
You're good, you're good. So as you guys are looking around, I would say all of you go ahead and make me investigation checks as you're looking for any sign of, basically any symbolage of destinations or things like that.
I'm looking for any sort of like, I guess, natural traces, any sort of like park spaces or any sort of like telling signs of like how the city functions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna find not much.
What are we looking for? I'm sorry.
Just
I'm looking for just
You're looking for what, Jagan?
basically just language, like words, maybe a library type of thing.
Salthar, what are you looking for?
Maybe I'm not sure. Just like to assist others.
Gotcha.
What to look for.
I will help people look, whatever they're looking for.
okay.
The
So
helpers are at 17.
So as you guys are sort of scanning the area, keeping the investigation sort of in this general area so you all can stay close to each other, you see sort of a few of these figures wearing these sort of, their faces unseeable, almost as if they're like sort of like blurred out. Not like Slender Man white face. But just like as you look at them, it's almost like there's a veil over their face itself. Some of them wearing these sort of multicolored robes, and a few of them actually look at you and they sort of almost like acknowledge your existence for a second, but they all move past. None of them pay you any particular mind. And looking around, you'd notice a few things. First of all, that the language does seem comprehensible here, as the few signs that you do find, the one that would be towards like the large like crystalline object. I hate how this song loops. At least this one's an extended version. To the left, where that said that large crystalline structure was, it would be it would just be labeled as fuck. What is the name of this part of the city? What's it called? Echoes, fuck, words. Yeah. Echoes Transportation Crystal. Echoes, like, denoting, like, this, like, part of the area. Yeah, kind of like that. The robes themselves that they're wearing are colored, though. Oh, they look like Truth from Fullmetal Alchemist. There you go. Like the faces.
That makes sense. If we're in his memory, he may not remember specific faces. Are the people taller too?
Yeah, no, they're bigger, all of them.
Like how I'm like what, like 7 feet tall or something?
Yeah. So yeah,
Six and a half. So like how many heads above me are there?
yeah, they'd be around like 9 to 10 feet, most of them. Actually, no, they'd all be the same height. I'm sorry. And that'd be about 10 foot.
Hmm.
But yeah, Jungin, you would notice that immediately. Kalis, as you're looking around for more like natural areas, you would notice that there are sort of trees and other like shrubbery sort of planted throughout the city, giving that bit more of a naturey feel. But further along, there seems to be an area that seems to be more like a traditional like park. This wide open area with various trees planted. You see some shrubberies and benches, and no like buildings in that immediate like vicinity. But at the center of which you do see like this large fountain. Where is it at? Let me think. Is there anything else there?
How large is this fountain?
From this distance, let's see. 10, I'd say maybe like 50 feet across. If I can pull out my fucking measuring stick. Like
I'm gonna head
like 60.
that way.
Sure. Jungam, also you would also notice to the right of your building, or to the right of you, the sort of building that you had seen below. It seems to be based on like the symbols, like an office for what's it called? It's called the Astra Immigration Center.
Ooh.
I
Perfect reference.
kind of want to go look at this crystalline thing closer.
Okay.
I want to follow her.
Okay. So with that and Kalis, Zelthar, are you going with Kalis, or would you be with them?
I'd go with Kalis.
Okay. So, as you all sort of make your way towards this crystalline object, you see that there are a few sort of people that seem to pass in and throughout the area, all of which is sort of noted by them like sort of touching the crystal, and then you can see as they sort of turn into this like sort of magical etheric substance, they sort of disappear into it, and you see light begin to dissipate from it after they do that. And you would also see various figures would be sort of appearing from that the like ethereal like substance that emits from the crystal as well. They'd be going on about their business. And this plaza also seems to be pretty wide as well. Like it's the whole entire area seems to be like maybe like 200 by 200 feet across, this large square, and the crystal itself is huge once you get to it. It's probably about 80 feet tall from the bottom to the top of it.
Wow. Yeah. I guess it is doing what it says. It is a transportation crystal. I doubt these people are touching it and disintegrating.
And the title was Echo a possessive, or was it like Echo Company Transportation Crystal?
I don't know how to explain it, but it was saying like Echo as in denoting a region, not like a company thing.
Okay.
Are there any like conversations going on that we can hear or understand?
I would say if you wanted to, what are you like trying to listen in, or something like that?
I guess.
Yeah, you would see like what seems to be some figures sitting around, but they're sort of positioned like they're talking, but you don't hear anything coming from any of them. In fact, as you're sort of trying to really listen, you would notice that you don't even really hear footsteps as they walk around.
Do you think that's I will point this out to Jugun and say, do you think that's a function of the memory or part of the city?
Honestly, it's part of the memory. Because I think it's probably incomplete.
Maybe, yeah, like their faces. That makes sense.
Oh, look ahead.
No, I was just clearing my throat.
I kind of want to touch it.
You said you kind of want to. Are you or are you not? That's the question.
I want to get Taryn's opinion before I do so.
Oh, okay. That was in character. I thought that was just you
I'd be like,
saying
I'm going to
so.
look at her and like, can I touch it?
I mean, you could, but I don't know that would be a good idea without the rest of our party here. We don't know where it leads. I mean, I guess we could come right back, but I'm guessing that there's probably a similar object on the other side of it. We could come back, but we don't have a way of communicating with them at a distance. Really, do we? Do you still have sending?
Yeah, I saw
I guess you could then if you wanted to, but
Yeah, as they said you could, then I already touched it.
okay.
And as soon as you would sort of place your hand with on it, once you sort of make your way to it, or don't make your way, you're standing next to it, I presume. It's not painful, but it's more like that sort of like a staticky, like sort of shocking, and almost like in the back of your mind, you hear a voice sort of call out to you, just saying that you do not have authorization to use this transportation crystal.
Aww. I look very utterly defeated. I can't use it.
You can't use it?
Yeah, I'm not important enough.
Huh.
You should try Taryn.
Alright. Go and touch it.
Exact same thing,
Okay.
as you are both rejected by the crystal.
Interesting. What if, like, if we grab onto, like, the clothing of someone who is using it?
It's an idea.
But then if we're not authorized, we may not be able to come back, so that might not be a good idea.
Fair enough. Maybe you should check in on our flows. Don't see
Yeah.
much going on with this.
Mm-mm. It's
You could
interesting,
literally
but
ride someone's coattails.
yeah. They were headed to the fountain, so I guess let's go make our way there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, at the fountain,
Scene cut.
as both of you have sort of wandered into this, I have an image of this one. That way, let me turn off the fog of war so you can actually fucking see this time.
Cool.
Yeah, the area you would be coming up to. So it'd be at like the bottom of this place.
To see the city. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. Loading plaza. Oh my gosh. Wow.
And it'd be this sort of large area. You see these sort of like sort of well-kept hedges, and in the center of which you see this figure. This one as would probably stand out to you as it's been the first thing you've seen in this city that wasn't faceless. It looks to be it looks like a stone statue outside of that, like a younger woman. Hard to tell exactly, but seems relatively young, based on what you can tell. Just sort of wearing these very like finely sculpted robes, with a hand reaching out towards the sky.
She's clearly like a mage of some sort.
Yeah. Like they look like a prototypical mage.
Uh-huh.
And there, as I said, there are also various figures just sort of roaming about through the plaza, just making their way through.
Zalthar, have you ever considered binding yourself to the land, as did your father?
I've always thought about it, but it's never an idea that really made me happy. I just knew it wasn't correct, if that made sense.
You don't want to be rooted to one place, I assume.
No, not at all. That doesn't sound very interesting, very fun.
I think it might be an interesting road to go down after my days with the Bronze Flame are at their end. But this place gives me worries. Do you...
Oh,
Well, you tell me, do you sense anything here? Anything like the King's Basin? Anything different from these spaces in Revedia, with little magic acting upon them?
to me, it seems almost like a completely different world. I mean, the architecture is vastly different. I mean, the buildings are quite higher. Like, usually the buildings are not quite that high unless there's tree houses, but that's just using a tree as leverage, if anything. I haven't seen anything of resemblance in Revedia so far.
Yes, well, I think your hometown is quite a bit nicer than this ancient place. I guess I'm gonna go up to the fountain and sort of taste the water and see if I taste anything odd about it.
As you sort of make your way up to it, you kind of gotta, as you sort of put your arm over,
That's right.
tastes like water.
Okay. And like, do I detect any difference here in the plants growing in this park? Do I detect any difference in the plants growing in this park from like the plants that would grow in a park in Revedia?
I would say yes inherently, but I'd say you could always give me like a nature survival check.
$15.
15. It definitely seemed much more sort of like infused with magic from the roots up, almost as if there's something in the land itself that's sort of supplementing the growth of these plants. Now, whether that's just super good fertilizer, or like magical fertilizer, or like something done to the plants themselves, it's hard to distinguish. But definitely not naturally grown. And you don't, I would say another thing, you don't notice like the signs of like these plants being like having to be kept or anything like that. No trimmings, no everything here looks natural, but it looks like naturally like it looks a little too perfect the way everything's grown. Is the best way to put it.
What about, I guess, just in the magical signature of the plants?
Mm-hmm.
What about if I compared that to the moving wilds in my mind?
It feels, it definitely has a similar magical nature or magical feeling to it, but it doesn't have that sort of same like chaotic energy that is like normal in the moving wilds. It feels like
Very ordered.
Yeah, it feels very like the magic itself feels very intentional. I guess the best way to put it. In the way that it's applied, like you don't like in the moving wilds, the magic's kind of everywhere. Here, the magic is just where the plants are, is where you directly sense it. Like once it like turns towards the sidewalk and areas like that, it's different. It's not
Right. It's like drop off.
Yeah.
this place isn't real. It's designed. It doesn't. It feels like the passing by those shades in the street.
Do you mean that in a way of everything is too perfect? Or a lot for lawful, less chaotic is, I guess, what I mean.
Well, Zelthar nature is wild. This place isn't wild. It's just it's a picture someone painted.
I think I understand what you mean. I'm just using different words.
Right. Anyway, thanks for indulging me, but I think we'll have to go elsewhere to learn more about this place.
And I just sort of say that Zelthar, you would notice out of the sort of just in your peripheral, it seems that while you have been, you know, almost like existence been acknowledged, there seems to be one of the figures that has just been has acknowledged you for just not staring at you precisely, but it seems to be more curious than the others, as it's just been observing from afar.
Do I recognize this one's face, or?
You would notice that this one doesn't have a recognizable face, but there's a mask covering it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's not like it's just blurred out, it just directly has a mask on it.
That's not creepy.
Yeah. The mask itself doesn't look creepy. It's like this fairly straightforward design, almost like, I was going to describe it in a way that made it sound very different from how it was. Or, because the first, I was about to describe the mask, and I was like, wait, no, it's not like that. Those are the other guys' masks. The bad ones. The ones from way back when.
Oh god. Way back when. Holy shit.
But they mostly seem to just cover like the, like what's it called? Just like the face area. How there is like it looks kind of like almost like those what are the drama masks called? Like the ones.
Co?
Where,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
Like,
no masks?
whatever the.
Oh no! The
Yeah,
drama.
you know,
Yeah, the Greek drama masks, or
yes.
like.
Yeah, like.
I believe they're
Yes.
called Happy Man, Sad Man, Angry Man.
Yeah.
No, there's a name for those.
There's a real name for them. Not Happy Man.
Greek Happy Man, Greek Sad Man, and Greek Angry Man.
Anyways, it would look kind of like that, but as opposed to like looking like it's an anguish or like too much joy, it just gives off like it's weird for a mask, but it gives off like a warm presence.
What?
What are they called? Have you figured it out? Is this something stupid?
Thalia and Melpomene.
Trash.
Or Sock and Buskin.
Sock and Buskin. I like that one.
Milpomene. Contact your doctor about Milpomene.
I guess
See
I
if
just
Milframine is
pretend
right
like-
for you.
I'm gonna pretend like I don't notice, but I'm gonna keep my right eye on that thing. Or on whoever's watching me,
Okay.
like inconspicuously, I don't know.
Yeah, and then eventually, as you guys are sort of amidst conversation, you would see in the distance Jungen and Terran both walking towards like the plaza area as well. And then you would all sort of reconvene as you would see both of them standing by the fountain. Yeah. You guys have this whole plaza area to, well, not to yourselves, there are other creatures here. But you would all be sort of reconvened in that moment.
Well, look at that crystalline thing, and it seems to definitely be used for transportation, but don't think we can use it. We couldn't use it.
Yes. Good.
Have you found anything of interest here?
Well, there's the big obvious thing, the elephant in the room, but
Everything's a big obvious thing in the city so far.
no, I mean the giant statue right over there. But but the nature in this place, it's enchanted. It's like artificial.
I mean, the whole place is artificial. It's a memory.
I mean, in this memory, it's artificial.
Are you sure that it's artificial in the memory, or is it just artificial because of the memory?
Yes.
So you don't know.
I look. It's trees. I can figure it out. Yeah.
I just don't know if it's the nature of this place, like the actual like memory that we're in, that's causing it to be like this, or if it is what it is. It's hard to, I can't say. I don't know. Like, is it because it's a memory, or is it because it's what it is? We don't know.
I think it's probably safe to say that people didn't have fog faces in the past, but beyond that,
Well, yes.
I'm not sure.
That is, and we can't hear any conversations either, and they don't have any footfalls. That's probably not a real thing in the past either.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit.
Kind of wish there just weren't. It was just like a ghost town, rather than that.
Yeah.
It's not like it would be any quieter, like you're saying, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's watching us.
What?
Yeah, Zelthar spotted him or her.
Have you tried to interact with them?
No, I've just been trying not to make eye contact, honestly.
Or what if we go up and try to interact?
I'd, like, make eyes at Zelthar.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried that it might run away, but I'm not sure.
If I fucking fruit fly, if I start walking toward the individuals that they point out, do they react or do anything?
They start walking towards you if you're gonna walk towards them.
Hello?
Oh, this is perfect. Never mind. I'm not gonna do the Obi-Wan thing. The creature begins to approach you, and as I said before, a little big, as they sort of tower over even the biggins. But as they approach, it's just kind of, hello there. And I would say this is the first one whose footstep you heard as it approached you, or footsteps you heard.
I can hear you.
Indeed you can.
Do you know why that is?
No, I'm not quite sure. Very confused as to where I am right now. Or, more specifically, why I'm here. But I'm more confused as to why you are here.
We're searching for something. I'm not sure what yet, but we're searching for something.
Aren't we all?
Yes. Do you... What is your name?
It would be Osran, is what he would refer to himself as.
Say that one more time?
What now?
Osran. Osran.
Osran with an O?
Yeah. Also, that is my title, yes.
Title?
Yes. I am part of the Council of Astra. Our titles are our names. This one over here, as you may have found yourself with, is Isidore. She's, or Isidore. She's currently the one in charge of things, so she's inherited the name.
The statue?
Yes.
Isidore.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone named Ariam Vel?
No, I can't say I do. Is that who you're looking for?
Yes.
Well, I'm familiar with many people in the city. I'm sorry to disappoint you. That is a name that eludes me.
That's alright. It's a big city.
Indeed it is.
Would you like to meet my companions?
Sure, they seem like they've been staring at me for quite a while. I'm sure they'd love to talk.
They said the same of you, so.
Yes,
I'm Taryn, by the way.
It's a pleasure. Yes, I was quite curious, so I guess it's only fair that they stare back a little bit.
Yes. Well, you're the only one that has been able to.
Do and exist outside of anything but a sort of robotic form, or almost mechanical existence.
Yes.
I've been watching them for, I'd say, quite some time, but I don't really know how long it's been.
Interesting.
I've yet to see anyone who is. However,
I think I know what you mean.
yes. However, I do know that I do have somewhere to be tonight, so I can't spend the entire day with you all. But I'm sure I can entertain your questions.
Alright. I'm gonna lead Osran back to my companions.
Sure. And as sort of Taryn walks back with this figure in tow, as he sort of looks down towards all of you, you see him just like slightly lower his head. My name is Osran. I apologize for alarming you. It seems that my curiosity could have been unsettling.
It's actually the most normal thing so far that we've encountered in the city.
I want to shake his hand. Or try to.
As you do so, as you sort of hold your hand out, you see an arm and a hand. They do extend. It does extend from the cloak, and it's kind of awkward. But you notice that it even like his body has the same like formlessness, that almost like white, like incorporeal, like it's similar to how everyone's faces are, where it's there, but it's like almost like not there. It's more like the silhouetted mass. But you actually can feel it as he goes, and he's kind of like gives you like a handshake. He tries.
It's like one of the things where, like, you're not sure if someone's going for a handshake or not. Like, he just doesn't know.
It's more like that. It's just that his hand's rather larger than yours, and it does. It's not. You gotta make it. You gotta like make it work somehow, and doesn't want to shake your arm.
Shake two of his fingers, something like that.
Sure.
So he's a 10-footer?
Yeah, he's a 10-footer. Everyone's been a 10-footer.
Right, I was wondering if this figure was like the same as the...
Yeah.
Can I, like, go up to one of the passerbys and, like, try and, like, grab their arm? Does anything happen?
No, nothing would happen. Like, you would see, like, the robes kind of move a bit, but as for the figure themselves, they don't even really stop with what they're doing.
But Juggun seemed to, like, partially touch this figure.
Yes.
Huh. Okay.
And you see as you do that, he sort of gives you, like, a curious look, and just, like, he looks back towards you all. Is he... Anyways, that's besides the point. I was mostly curious as to what you all are doing here. You are clearly not natives of Astra.
No.
You don't look like natives of very many places. At least none that I'm familiar with, and my job is to be familiar with the many things.
We're from very far away.
I see. Well, the details you may keep to yourself. I won't pry for them.
What is going on in the city this evening? You said you had to be somewhere?
Yes. A new member is supposedly joining the Council of Astra. for the first time, we're going to be, well, for the first time in a long time, as opposed to the inheritance of a role, a new one is being created.
What role?
Blah, words. Sorry, I need to, fuck, I sent it to somebody. Let me make sure I find the exact name. It is Aspistas.
Can you spell that?
Yeah. Yes. He's someone who's, yeah, as I said, he's not inheriting the role, but due to influence of Isidore and much of the research that she has done, he is the one who will be assigned to be that of the shield of Astra.
I kind of glance at Kalis, like, and just sort of like mouth protector.
To the influence of Isidoran?
Isidore, the leader.
The statue.
Yes.
Right.
She's the one responsible for him gaining this position, is what he's saying. And
Gotcha,
also,
gotcha.
yeah, it was due to her research that he was saying that due to her research he was created. Or you could technically he would say it, because of this. He say it was created.
That might be who we're looking for.
I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. But you seem quite confident. Well, you don't seem very confident in it.
Well, you just make some things up as we go along, but it's worked so far.
Well, if that's
Mostly.
the case, you're more than welcome to join. There will be plenty of spectators there tonight.
Oh, I got you, motherfucker. Sorry.
And as you guys are watching, as the sun has begun to just about fully set, as the only thing really lighting the area is, well, you can't really see what the light source of the area is. It's not coming from any apparent like direction, but this sort of like soft light sort of fills the entire area, so things are still visible, but there are these still sort of like pockets of like darkness like underneath the trees and things like that. It's almost as if the air itself is giving off a very slight glow.
So, where is the city located exactly?
And he kind of looks at you. Currently, I'm not quite sure. I haven't looked some time, but
Is it one of the floating cities?
yes, I'm sure your questions will be answered in a few minutes. I think it's given the time. I'm sure it should be happening any second now. And as he's looking towards sky, and as the sun is fully set, you guys can feel this almost like low rumbling under your feet. Nothing like major. It's not like an earthquake or anything, but you can sort of feel movement, and even in the distance, you can hear the sound of rushing water. And you watch as in the night sky, you can see the water begin to get, from what you can see far along down the city, begin to get further and further away as the sort of skyline, or the sky itself, is sort of brought closer to the night sky, and you can see the sort of shining the stars above. And you could see, well, if you were at the overlook, you could see everything else below.
What could bring about such vast energy?
Centuries worth of research. In the case of Astra itself, was that Lil Jon?
The fuck?
In the case of Astra
Yeah.
itself, we're able to harness the power of stars.
Star.
Yes, stars, plural. Those up in the sky. That's why we rise to them in the night. Also, the big one too helps, but that one's a little that one's a little slightly uncooperative.
I'm a bit perplexed by that.
It's a very advanced topic. There's no shame in that.
Is the city driven by a Mythalar?
And he like looks at you curiously. As is every. And yes.
So yours draws upon the stars somehow.
Yes, indeed. However, they have many alternate resources. Each city is usually unique to itself. Some rely on the power of the earth, the seas, themselves. It all depends. Some even take that of energy of the other planes.
How many of these cities are there?
And he sort of like thinks for a second. Don't quite know. That's strange. I know there's others. Besides this. I can think of at least maybe 2 or 3, but I know there's more than that.
So is everyone else always a shadow creature?
Not exactly. As I said, it's been quite the experience for me as of late. Also, I have an image for... There you go.
Have you heard of someone named Far?
I can't see anything.
Yeah, I had you turn the fog of war off because I forgot
okay.
again.
Ah.
Yeah, but instead of that big fucking thing...
Sun?
Yeah. The stars, it's just, what's it called?
A field of
Individual
stars?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, there was something I wanted to ask. What the hell was it?
Jungum, what do you ask?
You guys know who Far is?
It's another figure I can't say I'm quite familiar with myself.
He's a deity. I was wondering if you met him before.
Ah, yes. Not many here still worship deities. They've been largely considered unnecessary for most tasks, but there are still a select few who do.
Okay. Well, thank you for information.
Yes, he is one I'm unfamiliar with. I'm sure there must be somebody out there. Well, most likely not here anymore.
I have a question about why the city rises. Is there something wrong with the world beneath that everyone would want the city to float?
I suppose you could look at it that way. It's generally in this world, when unfortunate things tend to happen, they are on a much larger scale than before, so the ability to take your people wherever is necessary is quite a useful one, wouldn't you say?
Larger than they were before what?
Before this was possible, as he sort of gestures towards the city around him.
So things on the land itself are amplified, is what you're saying?
No, I'm saying compared to the histories before we had as much knowledge as we do now.
But the world below is not inhospitable, necessarily.
Some places are, due to the various research that has been done by some cities, I'll say. And you can't see his face, but his tone of voice takes on like, not like aggressive, but kind of like disappointed, I guess. I was gonna say scowling, but scowling is a little bit too aggressive. What I'm thinking of. Distasteful. That's how he feels. That's the word for it.
Can I tell if it's distasteful toward, like, the research or the question or?
Make me an insight check. Give me the Terran special.
Oh, that's not great. It's okay.
14. It seems more so that, thank God for reliable talent, because you rolled a 2.
This is why I'm so happy for reliable talent.
It's a great skill, honestly.
I need it so bad. Like, just me specifically.
But it seems more so at the experimentation itself he's not the biggest fan of. And as he's saying this, as the current head of the research and development department of Astra, I believe it falls on certain shoulders to do so responsibly. However, that is not something that my compatriots believe in every city.
So, what of all the old communities, the cities and towns that don't have, like, sort of like gesticulate to symbolize a levitating orb?
He looks at you for a second. I'm not very much aware of many of them. Everyone, as far as... Yes, I'm not very aware of any cities or towns that are below. It's been long since that people have decided to leave the ground. As I said, it's much safer these days, being able to take your people wherever is necessary, or away from wherever is necessary.
What happened to everyone else?
To everyone? What do you mean, like everyone on the ground?
Everyone who wasn't in a city that got lifted up?
Frankly, I couldn't tell you. That was generations ago. However, I doubt it was anything pleasant.
Did something terrible happen before you all took to the sky?
As part of history long ago, when we were in the midst of our early gathering of knowledge, there were many among us who were decided to push the boundaries on what was possible. For some time, things were done in a very responsible manner, and there were very few people capable of doing such things. But as people with expertise began to grow in numbers, there were some who became a little bit more, how do I say, a bit more confident in themselves than they should have been. And at one point, through the use of, and what I would like to believe, and what many believe was an unfortunate accident, a magical rift had appeared within the planet itself, destroying a non-insignificant portion of land and life in that area.
So on the surface of the world?
Yes, but this was quite some time ago. Long before I was.
And flying escapes that somehow.
Yes, don't have to worry about the ground when you're above it.
But magic doesn't just happen on the ground.
Indeed, but magic does happen in places where people are doing magic. Therefore, if people are doing magic in another city, and say, for example, the entirety of the planet were to cease to exist, there are many other planes in which we could take ourselves, given the opportunity to do so.
It would seem that way, yes.
Indeed. There's been many... While it would take preparation, it's certainly something that we have thought of. In fact, that project itself and research on that is what got me into my current role. Specifically that of taking ourselves to that of the astral plane, considering it be the one that had the least effect on us, given that we've
Harness the stars.
Honest, yes, that, and the fact that the place is timeless won't have much of an effect on us, considering it's been long since where we've had to worry about these sort of like pause for a moment. Mortal limitations is the best way to put it. It's rather mundane. We no longer have the need for things like food, drink, sleeping, death, old age, like those before had.
Are there still births?
They're largely unnecessary. I can't think of any that I know of in my lifetime. But I suppose my own at some point, but that was... I can't seem to remember. It was a very long time ago, I'm assuming.
So you don't sleep?
There's no need.
Uh-huh.
And Nico look at you, and he sort of... So if I were to guess, this must mean that you were all from a time very far in the past, or very far in the future.
Yes, we are from the past, so it's a bit unfamiliar to us.
Make me a deception check.
The idea that all of these cities have taken off from the Earth. Do, 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 do.
He sort of like looks at you and is like... Looks towards the rest of your group. The past it is then. As he seems he's just... He's just not pushing the issue.
It's a very different time.
Clearly.
So is the immortality thing why everyone's a shade monster?
You already said that there are not normally shade monsters.
But now they all seem to be. There's a lot of them, so I think that makes it normal for them to be shade monsters.
I think that's the nature of how we're here, Kalis.
Then how can he see it?
Kind of like
He's just curiously watching the both of you as you're going back and forth.
draw Kalis kind of aside and a bit away and be like, obviously has played an important role in what I think is Ariam Vel in being the protector of the city. So if this is a memory that we're in and he plays a really important role in that, then he's going to be more real. Does that make sense?
Right, but if
It's a memory. It doesn't make sense.
if the shade is it a consequence of us visiting this place has a memory, then how would he, a creature of memory, be able to see the thing out of memory?
It's not a
It
consequence.
doesn't make sense.
A, it's a memory. It doesn't make sense. Period. B,
So it is the future.
it's
Just confirming. The lie was bad.
it's a very different time.
Are you psychic too? You immortal, never sleeping man?
Well, memories don't happen in the past.
Hmm.
Or you wouldn't know the memories of a creature in the future. Unless you are from the future who's gone back to the past to see this future.
We haven't gone back to the past.
Okay, so you're just from the future.
No, we're from our present.
Yes, that's how that works.
We haven't traveled through time. This time. God damn it.
What do you mean this time? When the hell have we traveled through time?
The
Well,
Chrono Mage, we repeated a lot and died a lot.
Okay, I guess I don't think of that as like travel, because it's more like
Well,
looping.
Yeah, fair.
They were always traveling through time?
Technically.
Oh
and
yeah,
space.
yeah. I'm gonna leave this call right.
But,
Rage
to be
quit.
fair, can I share with you a secret?
just... Sure.
You and everything here besides us and one other person are constructs of a person's imagination.
It's a big thing to say, Jagan.
It seems plausible given the circumstances.
We're here to save a certain individual,
I
Yeah.
but we don't know how to find him.
well, I think that is. How do you pronounce it? Aspides?
Something like that. Asbestos.
Aspides?
Asbestos. Oh my gosh, it kind of sounds like asbestos.
Auspices.
Aspides?
Yes, yes.
I think that it's the new Aspidus. I think that is the person that we know in our time. Not that we're back in time, but something has happened to him and we're trying to find him to reverse it.
I see. Your way of getting the conclusion was very unclear, but I think I understand what you're saying.
Well, I don't know how these things work. I didn't know if we should be forthright about the fact that this is a memory that we're in, or
I mean, it's a very simple incantation to go through the memories of the creature. I
a
wouldn't be
simple incantation.
Yes. As is many. It's very easy to change memories, go through them, even ones that have, or to code, or to encrypt memories, whatever's necessary.
I have a question. Do you know of anyone named Dazan?
I can't say directly, maybe? I'm sorry,
He's
the name
in
isn't immediately
the
familiar.
city of Nadim?
He's the illusionist, if I believe correctly. He was working on some project, but I believe he's been mostly... His reputation has suffered because of his research, I'll say that. He's been quite unsuccessful.
Trying to make illusions real.
Yes.
Well, it succeeds in the end.
That's good for him.
No, he wasn't alive at the time.
No, he wasn't.
Ah,
Then he was. He made his own
curious.
illusion real.
We made.
Consider that. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'll give it to him because his illusion did most of the work.
Well, yeah, that's true, but you know.
Was this simulacrum or something? Not
Yes.
illusion.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh my goodness.
What do you know of Nadim?
It is another one of the cities that makes its way throughout the stars. Well, not throughout the stars. However, it does travel the sky. Very few cities are able to reach the heights that Astra is. In fact, that is why it is, and that is its namesake.
It makes sense.
For that reason.
Yeah.
However, Nadim is a quaint place. From the few times I have been there. Well, in almost obligation, I would say that in most ways they find themselves inferior in the capabilities to Astra. They are still quite... The Mittlahar, in which they created, is one that I can say I'm not the greatest fan of, but it's very effective.
No, it sucks.
What does theirs rely on?
Oh, how do I explain this to you? Not in a condescending way. Basically, so Astra is able to feed on that of space. The one of Nadim is able to, what's it called? Alter the flow of time within its vicinity.
That makes sense.
And he like looks at you surprised when you say that. Oh, I didn't think that would. I didn't think you'd understand that, but perfect.
Well, I mean, it gives a lot more context. At the very least, so.
To what I can't be sure, but you seem like you have quite the stories to tell.
Ah, yes.
However, I'm afraid I do not have time for all of them. I have somewhere that I must be. And given that we're in the stars, it's only a matter of time before it starts. You
You
are more
said
than
that-
welcome. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you said we can go with.
Yes, you're more than welcome to spectate, of course, but the ceremony itself is something that's you'll have to be on the sidelines for. But I'm sure there'll be plenty of seating there.
Well, let us walk then.
Sure. And he
And
begins.
I'll set off with him.
Yeah, and he begins heading deeper into the city. And we're gonna take a quick 5 minutes right there, real quick. Bum bum bum. I forgot how Streamlabs works. I'm dumb. Button. Goodbye. Hello, everybody. We're back, and we weren't talking about how ridiculous sunbears were. We weren't doing that, but I'm just saying, maybe you should think about that. As the party has decided to go on with Osran to this almost like commencement of sorts of the. Sorry. Okay, that's just the. I saw the line on the ground, and it wasn't in line with the grid. And I thought I had a crack on my screen or some shit. Like right, like where is it? Like this one right here. I thought like that was like my screen was fucked up. But anyways, sorry about that. Let me delete that because now it's gonna bother me. Sorry, 1 second. Jeannie, get out of that.
Why can't I find this?
What the fuck is wrong with you? She's just over there licking the Xbox.
What?
Maybe the sunbears aren't that bad.
Maybe I'll.
I feel like
Maybe I'll have really
before-
salty fingers and you're pressing the buttons.
If it was a sunbear, it could like wrap around the cord though.
Like I heard the noise and I looked up and it's just. Was she trying to turn it on? Go eat dinner, you fucking weirdo.
Xbox. Play some games, dog.
Oh, shut up.
Dog.
Shut up. Stop that.
Actually, Osran. Just while we're on the way, do you know off the top of your head any other cities that levitate in the neighborhood of Nadim?
I mean, Nadim doesn't have a specific neighborhood. As I said, most of them tend to make their way all across. Some cities will stay in a place for maybe a few weeks, but that's rare.
What about the plateau? Do any cities dwell around there? The
the
you
source.
might know it as yes, the source.
As far as I'm aware, no. That area is quite high up, even for most cities. Astra, of course, could hypothetically if we desired to. But most cities, it's a bit too high.
Hmm. Well, thank you. That's good to know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And as you guys continue onwards, sort of following along against Osran as he's beginning to make his way out the plaza, you notice that there's like a significant like shift in the air. As you see many more of those figures. However, these ones, the faceless ones, all of which, at least in the immediate vicinity, have sort of turned towards you all and just been observing you at the moment at which you've been since you've been interacting with Osran. And as he's making his way out, he knows it as well. And he just says, I think I'm not the only one who started to realize that you don't belong here.
Will anything happen to us?
Well, if according to what you said is true, and you're in the memories of someone who's currently sleeping, we should hurry. You're not welcome in his body, you're not a part of him, nor you're a part of this memory. So it would make sense that if you're not part of something that's supposed to be here, then you should be removed from it.
Why are you being so helpful then?
I don't know. However, for some reason, it felt right. And after that thought, you see him sort of like linger for a second, and then he starts moving onwards, making his way along. Why is that map here? That shouldn't even be there. That's from like 3 months ago. Um, but as you guys continue, and he leads you over back towards the entrance in which you came, towards the large sort of crystalline structure that you guys had originally tried to go through, but were rejected from. You notice that you notice that as you guys have been getting closer, like towards this area, the figures that have been watching you tend grow in number, as it seems that even those you made you quite a ways away from are still sort of very in line, like with your motions. And in the sort of like back of your minds, you don't see anyone saying this, and the voice doesn't even seem to come from any particular place, but you just hear the phrase repeated over and over again. Leave. Is this it? No, that's definitely not it.
So are we at the base of the large circular skyscraper now?
You would be. I'll show you the map.
Cylindrical, I suppose I should say.
Yeah, it'd be right here. In this area. This was where the crystal was that they were at earlier.
Can't see anything.
Why does the game do this? Fuck you.
It's okay, I'm still loading. You got time.
Oh, there's me.
You can see her.
I can see me, and that's it. And like everyone's mouse. Oh, there we go.
I saw myself. Yay.
And as you guys would be
Cool.
coming in, you would notice that he would sort of pause for a second as say the figures gathered around the crystal. At this point, they're sort of between you and everything else around here. And as this is it this song? Sorry, I forgot that I was looking for a song.
We're still beat up from that last fight, aren't we?
You haven't taken. Yeah, you haven't even taken did you guys take a short rest afterwards?
No.
I mean, I could say the time you're in the library, you could take a short rest at least, but a long rest, no.
I think I got had that damage done after, like at the end of the library stuff.
Yeah, the psychic damage was at the end of that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hear any music.
Try refreshing again. This is not it. Fuck. That's not it either. That's. Fuck me. Did I not?
There it is.
Yeah, no, I had the wrong. Yeah, no, fuck it. Whatever. Where
I'm
is?
just gonna roll these for posterity.
Sure.
No particular reason.
As you see, as these creatures beginning to sort of move between you and the crystal, with this sound of just over and over, leave, leave, leave. I'll give you like a little visual. You watch as the cloaked figures begin to almost shrivel, as their forms become more lanky, more exaggerated, and you can't even really see the faces anymore in the darkness of the hoods sort of wrapped around them. And can I... Here, I'm trying to figure out how to show this to you. It should be... It's on the map. I don't know if I can show you the image itself.
I can see the image. I guess they would be that big because they're 10 feet.
Yeah, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to actually show you guys like the full image, not just the I'm gonna cheat and use Discord.
I mean, we can see it pretty clearly, I think, in the token.
Okay.
Zoom in.
Oh, that one's tilted to the side. But you watch as these exaggerated forms begin to move closer to you and get clearly more aggressive. Is there anything anyone in particular is doing?
Osrin, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as we get closer to the crystalline object again, want to kind of say like, we tried to go through this before, and it said that we weren't authorized.
Don't worry about that. I can take care of that. For the
Okay.
meantime, please take care of yourselves. I don't know how many of you I'm going to be watching or able to watch over. And as he will begin to step forward towards the crystal, so they don't have an immediate reaction to him. As he, what's it called? You see him amidst some enchantments. As he mutters something, I made the damn thing myself. This should be simple. And you watch as the crystal alights as this beam of blue energy sort of shoots into the sky above you all. And as that happens, you watch as this sort of piercing, shrieking sounds comes from the various creatures in the area. As many of them, at least the immediate ones, turn to face him. And you hear the voice of leave, going. You hear almost like a cacophony of whispers saying, "This is not how it was." And as they get a little bit more aggressive, you might need you to roll some initiative.
Ooh.
As these creatures begin closing on an Oseron.
Do we need to select ourselves first? I can't remember how it works.
I need to start a comp. I forgot how to do this. There you go. There's the fight button.
Fight. How do I make it so my character sheet will roll initiative with advantage?
I know the answer to that.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah, I lied.
Then you also have advantage on initiative, Sharon?
I don't.
You
The dagger of warning?
Yeah, you should have advantage.
Dagger of warning just means we can't be surprised. I
Oh,
don't
really?
think it gives me. Oh no. Yes, I do have advantage on initiative rolls.
Are you still tuned to it?
Yeah. I believe so. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I just need to be equipped. It doesn't. But I am. No.
Weapon.
It says attunement required, but in the description it doesn't say attunement required.
This magic.
It just says, well, the weapon is on your person.
Yeah, no, it still requires attunement. The weapon.
Oh,
is-
okay.
But like, it's
Yeah,
like you can't give someone else the weapon while you're attuned to it. Is what it means. Like you
Yeah, I
couldn't
don't-
have like someone else having it and then you get woken up when they get attacked.
Right. Yeah, I don't have it attuned though, so I don't. That it wouldn't give me advantage on initiative rolls now, right?
No, it would not then.
Yeah.
Alrighty, all good.
I'm right after Zelthar on the initiative table.
Okay, so it's 17.
Yeah, put me at 16, I guess,
Sure.
because he's faster.
I don't care for any of those rolls.
Yeah, they actually are pretty nice. Now I think
You
about
could
it.
re-roll them again because I don't care for them.
Yeah, I roll model advantage.
It's a 4.
Yeah, Jungum's not known for his
I rolled a
initiative. For her,
2.
yeah, she's not known for her initiative rolls.
Yeah. I feel like we should make a book for the crystal. Let's just book it. Not even bother with fighting these things. That's my assessment.
Okay, but
I
as
mean, is it fixed already?
it seems that Ultron was in the process of setting it. Yes, you watch as there's this sort of beaming, beaming energy coming from the top of it that sort of pierces through the sky into the stars. But he hasn't said anything directly resembling that, just that he was going to do it. But with that, as you know, I accidentally killed Zelthar. Okay.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Roll the new character right now.
Okay.
So, Zelthar, as you notice these creatures begin to close on Ostron, and you see like their hands almost as if grasping out towards him, is there anything you do immediately?
Absolutely. I'm gonna ready my bow and then give him the 1-2 tap with the hunter's mark.
Oh.
Hunter's mark before the 1-2, but
Okay.
I'm gonna do the one closest to him. I think it's the one straight to the right of him, or if
Yeah.
through his point of view it's to the left. But like,
You got it.
whatever. That's
Oops.
confusing. Let me roll that. Bam. I like this music, by the way. Okay, here's my first shot.
Yeah, all the music I've used like the last like 2 sessions from Final Fantasy. I've just been like a
It's
really
nice.
weird mood.
It's
Good
very
music.
like Final Fantasy VIII-esque reminiscent, although I know it's not from that one, but it makes me think of Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, I'm a 14 chill. I'll admit it.
And then
That's bad damage.
that's about roll.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 21.
22 will hit. A 14. I'm sorry, just it don't be due.
Some heals. And then I will end my
No,
turn. by
I was wrong.
moving-
14 hits. The AC is actually
Oh.
super low.
They are pretty big.
That case, I'll take one step back and end my turn.
All right, you can do that. And with that, as sort of Ostron is in the midst of enacting the spell upon the area, you watch as... Where's the spell list? I know I have it somewhere. Sorry. Oh, here it is. I forgot. I thought it was further into the or further back in the book, but no, I was going the opposite direction. You watch as this wall of arcane light appears. As you just see these various rainbow colors just in about... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was trying to draw. About like this shape right here. And like this going this way. This like rainbow-like structure appears in front of you. Kind of like the fucking... What is that shit? What is that? Asgard? Like, kind of like... No.
The Bifrost?
Yes, the Bifrost, yes. Sort of like that, similar hue to it. Separating those two sections of the battlefield. And he, outside of that, he continues on. Says, just one moment, please. We'll be ready to go in a second. I just need to remember how this works. And with that, we'll go over to Kalis. As, yeah, he casts Prismatic Wall. He'll finish what he's doing. And, yeah.
Right. Are any of them
Oh, were they...
going?
No, not yet.
Okay, that was his.
Yeah, that was his
Right,
turn.
okay. All right. Just trying to track. Yeah, I think it's not synced up on my sheet, but I got it. Deplete a use of my rage, and then I'm going to see what happens. That would suggest that I have the useful ability, where vines grow around my feet. Yeah.
Okay. So, as these sort of natural tendrils begin to appear around you, as at least around you, you're able to sort of influence the magical area. Excuse me. Okay, it's not difficult terrain for allies. Alright.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah, that'd be very unfortunate.
I'm gonna walk forward with my Gnarlheart, well actually, Okanoth, outstretched and sort of like tap at the Bifrost wall. Is it like tangible? Is it solid?
I will say for the sake of it, as you make your way towards it, Ostrom just says, please don't touch that. Yeah, he casts
Gotcha.
Prismatic Wall. Of course, Kalis doesn't know what Prismatic Wall is, but I think Sean might.
Yeah, I get the gist. So they're gonna have a hell of a time over there. Alright, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, this is 5 feet of me. Okay. I'm gonna go around this guy, basically.
Okay.
Actually, man, these guys are big. Yeah, I'm gonna go around this guy to flank the shade, and I'm gonna try and swing at him.
Go for it.
I'm gonna do reckless attack at like a penalty with my Great Whipmaster.
Okay.
But the second one's better than that. It's not. Okay. Next up.
Ooh, jeez.
Oh, come on.
Jesus.
Yeah.
This does
that'll
not
do
bode
it.
well.
So, as you swing towards this creature, you're not able to sort of catch onto it, almost as if it has a sort of incorporeal quality that your blows just seem to go through. You definitely feel like you can injure it, it's just you're not able to land a solid hit onto wherever the mass of this thing really is.
Where's the Kraken when you need it? Yeah.
Alright, all good. That's all for you. Then we'll go over to...
Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna move over here. Yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah, you got it. What shadow are these? Game? Which ones? I'm highlighting it. Tell me which ones they are. Oh, the leftmost ones. Okay. The right ones go second. As these ones begin to sort of push through the wall, how does this spell work? Oh my god, I almost dropped the book. Ow, fucking. Oh yeah, apparently there's also bright light for 100 feet and then another 100 feet. Or dim light for 100 feet. So it's almost blinding standing next to it. So the first layer is... Okay. So as it attempts to push through, breaking the first layer, it takes 10d6 fire damage from the red of the wall. Cool. Oh my god, I hate the fact that you can't have negative health in these things. You have to... Come on. There we go. Wouldn't open the character sheet. And this one over here, as it's going to go through as the red layer is broken. It is going to take the same, not the same number of dice, as it tries to continue breaking through, and you watch as the red and orange layers of this wall begin to fade away as you watch as these creatures begin to push through them. You can definitely see they're being injured by it, but they don't seem to give any visible reaction to injury. With that, we move on to the next, which should be you, Taryn.
Alright, I am... I already activated my Boots of Haste last time, so I can't do that again. So I guess I'm just gonna... fucking... throw a goddamn dagger at this one here.
Okay.
Which... that's not it. So I have advantage on the roll. Because he hasn't gone yet.
Which one? This one?
This one that's
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
between.
So you
Yeah.
have, yes, you have advantage. Yes.
Because they're both within 5 feet.
Yep. Yeah, you'd have advantage from a whole bunch of things, and don't forget your Alvin accuracy.
Yeah.
28 hit, 28 will hit.
Yeah. And then sneak attack, which is 6 still, I think.
Yeah.
Of an accuracy is.
Yeah, is it 66? I don't. The rogue is like one of the classes where I just don't know almost anything about them. Rogue and ranger. Like I've been so bad at just even like remembering what subclass that Zelthar is sometimes. Like,
yeah, I think it's.
I think
You
it's
got-
Hunter.
it's Hunter. Yeah, I just forget all the time because that's like the ranger.
Mm.
So I'm like,
Vanilla
seven-
Ranger.
It's 76 next level.
Yeah,
okay, so
66.
66.
Let's see if it rolls it the way that it's supposed to if I click this. No, it didn't do anything. Cool. So is it
Slash roll or slash R.
slash roll? Okay.
Yeah, space 66.
66. So
32 in total.
32. Yes.
Yeah, no, you're definitely able to. It definitely takes damage from that as you're able to sort of strike into its form, hitting it at its core. I just need to double check something. Okay, yeah, I did the math wrong. I didn't calculate that Zelthar's damage in there correctly. I had a feeling. Let me fix that. Yeah, and you watch as this sort of shadowy figure is still there, but you see as its form is beginning to dissipate.
I am gonna throw a dagger at it.
Go for it. Bonus action.
Yep.
Oh,
Hello?
that just is the dagger.
What?
Did you hit the dice icon next to it?
No, I was clicking into the hotbar.
Oh. That's
I'll just do it again. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, 19 will hit, so another 9 points of
Oh, that's
damage.
right. I still have your hotbar, by the way.
What the heck?
That's so weird.
No, that's never changed. I don't know if it kills this stuff. I have like dagger, pistol, rapier, another dagger, hexblade,
That's really
another
weird.
dagger.
Huh. I thought I put everything to attack. Melee weapon attack. Here we go.
Okay. All good, though.
Yeah, I'll change this.
And with that, as turn
That's it.
goes, we're going to move on to the next ones, or to the other shadows, let's see. The one that is by Osrun is going to immediately begin to strike towards him, and you just hear like almost like this aggressiveness. Oh God, what the fuck is that? This book has. There was a thing that appeared in the book. I wasn't ready for the image. And there's just like a tangling mess of limbs, kind of like some human caterpillar shit, but no torso.
What?
I can show you. There you go.
Ew.
Yeah. Not what you're fighting. Let's see. These things.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. It is going to turn to Osran, and he is going to take, or they're going to attempt to attack him. D20 plus. Is there a thing? Oh, I was about to roll a D 2011. That'll hit. That'll barely hit. As they use their Withering Touch attack, and you watch as they grab a hold of him. You watch as this sort of, almost like how do I say? Almost like sort of sapping the arcane magic from the air. As you can feel it palpably different, as the strength of the weave is like sort of, oh damn, is affected, and he takes Is that 68? That's terribly unfortunate rolls. But yeah, that is that one, and the other one is going to turn towards you, Kalis.
Is this the one in the southeast corner?
Yeah. It is going to use. Okay, yeah, it's going to, as it moves up, you can still get an opportunity attack as it's coming towards you.
I'm gonna try and get him. It's not gonna go well, but I'm gonna try. That's a 15.
15 does hit.
Oh, no kidding? Okay, it's,
Yeah, 14 AC. His Zelthar hit it exactly earlier.
yeah, it's just 7 bludgeoning damage and he gets, stopped.
Yep. Alrighty, perfect. And you watch as it is going to use. Yeah, it's going to use its living death on you, and you watch as it sort of reaches out toward you. You can feel the sort of the grip on this world beginning to almost be pulled away from you, as you find yourself almost like another you, sort of kind of like a, like a Dementor soul sucking shit. So similar as to that, and you watch as you guys can see that sort of essence begin to leave Kalis. And flow into that of the creature.
Terran, help! Terran thinks he's getting existential.
Yes.
Terran.
So the void soul steals the soul of the creature it is aware of within 60 feet. The creature with its soul so removed continues to move and act as normal, but its time is numbered. In this state, it cannot regain hit points and cannot succeed on saving throws. But figure out what the other half of that paragraph is. Good luck. That's the part that you need.
So
to know.
it just does that? Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's a trouble.
Yeah. So, with that, that is their turns. Move on to Jugun.
Ooh, it's my
Oh,
turn.
sorry. Let me add the damage from that. From the
Like,
Oaken Oath.
as I'm crying out for Terran, I imagine there's a Doppler effect.
Yeah.
From my soul as it's getting ate.
Oh no.
It's this one right here. No, this one
The
behind
bottom
you.
right one. Yes.
Okay. That's terrifying. Like, what is the amount of whatever to like right here? And say, my cat's done.
Okay.
Hopefully, it does not hurt you, Kalis, because I don't think it distinguishes between my allies.
It does not.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Also, remember he cannot succeed on
30
saving
foot
throws right now.
radius.
You know what?
That's huge, isn't it? 30-foot radius.
Yeah, 30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder.
So I can literally hit like. If I put it right here, I get all of them basically, including myself and Terran. I'll put it one down.
You still gonna hit yourself?
Make it 2 down.
What, Kalis?
I don't know.
Kalis knows what he got himself into.
Yeah, 30-foot radius
Right
circle.
here.
Oh, it says
I
radius,
can
not
just make that,
diameter.
can't I? Yeah, it's radius.
There we go. Where you
These enemies have no chill. They started by like just like running like lemmings into the death wall and then sucking my soul out. Like that was their step one.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Come here.
Can you delete yours?
Come here.
Oh my god.
Come here. Come here.
Yeah, that works for me. Perfect. Alright.
I have a familiar who needs to join the fight. She will fuck everybody up. You're still muted, Elijah.
I don't think she wants to be here.
Look at her arm. She totally does.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Alrighty. Con saves.
Do you want to go?
Damn, you roll good damage for 4d10. What the fuck? 9, 6, 8, 8.
Yeah, take that.
Roll con saves. How many of them? Oh,
So I
3.
just auto-fail this? Or no, you missed me.
Yeah.
Alright,
Cool.
so that's a 16, a natural 20, and a 4. So what's your spell save DC? Wait, no. Yeah, no. That one's gonna pass.
17.
Yeah. So one of them fails, but the rest take half damage. And... Oh, stupid. Yeah, okay. So they take... We'll do from left to right. So this one takes 16. This one will take... Yeah, it'll take 16 as well. As he watches, that one is sort of beginning to fade, but its form is still fully there. And that one took, yeah, he took the full 31. Cool. Alrighty, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? As you sort of move up in this sort of beam of
No, I'm
sunlight.
good. I don't really have a bonus action to do, so that's it.
Yeah, and as this sort of ray of sunshine comes piercing through the night sky, almost seeming to come from one of the stars themselves, and he watches the creatures begin to writhe, and you see their form begin to shimmer a little bit. However, they are still there for now, because they don't... Yeah, they don't have any particular vulnerability to radiant damage or fire.
Damn it, I was hoping they would because they're shadows. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, they're not really... They're not like... they're not literally shadows. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, man, that's fine.
Alrighty.
I would have done a different spell.
Cool. So, with that, fuck, words. We move back over to Zelthar.
Okay. I want to use 2 charges on my Winter's Embrace ability on my bow
Okay.
and make a ranged attack at the first target.
Which one?
To the guy to the right. I can't ping. The one below Jungkook.
Okay.
Hate that we can't ping.
And I want to do the cone attack.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Let me make sure. Let me remember what that one exactly is. Okay, Winter's Embrace. Let's see. 30-foot cone. On a failed save, a creature takes 3d8 cold damage and hit by ice. Okay. So, that'll definitely hit the one behind it then. Definitely.
Yeah.
So, you still need to make an attack roll for the first hit though.
Gotcha. Oh, are you kidding me?
That's... I mean, the effect still happens from the thing behind it. But that is like... That's awkward.
The first time I use this ability and misses, I'm so sad. Okay.
That's how I felt about the gun, like all the times I used it before, and I was like, this doesn't work.
Oh wait, no, it's if it hits, I'm sorry. So then,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awkward.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's like a 10% chance of happening, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's
So-
awkward.
So that's your action? Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm just gonna go to this tree and hide.
Okay. Yeah, no,
I'm kind of done.
as you move back, getting closer to the sort of wall of light, and it is, you cannot look at it directly. It is this beaming wall that sort of cuts through the space. Even looking away from it, you can still feel the presence of it right on the side of your face. It's almost heat coming off of it. But yeah, you can chill there. Just don't look at it.
I'm also gonna hide as my bonus action. Or
Yeah.
attack, so.
Go for it. Give me a stealth check.
Bam.
16. Cool beans.
Yeah, this whole battlefield is like a giant like lighthouse within within a dawn spell next to a prismatic wall.
Yeah, no, this is not.
It's like this big LED panel.
It's like a streamer's bedroom. Let's go. Okay, so with that, it's going to be back at Osrin's turn. He's going to use his multi-spell. Let's see. So, he can cast 2 spells, but one has to be 5th level or lower. Cool. I can't find the page. Fuck you, Osrin, you fucking asshole. Fucking loser. Anyways, we're good now. He's not a loser. Yeah, so the first thing he's going to do is finish. You watch as eventually the beam of light sort of comes back down and suffuses itself into the crystal as the light sort of emanates even more. I mean, there's a lot of light here. You can't really distinguish the dawn and the prismatic wall and this one at the moment. But his light's not coming off the top anymore, and with that, he sort of looks, he shouts back to you all. It should be done. Just go through. The destination... Oh, sorry. Wrong page. Where the fuck? Yo. Game? Not game. Just keep the destination Espium in mind and you'll get there.
Destination what?
Espium.
Espium 9.
No, Espium in mind.
Oh, Espium. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right with you. A bit indisposed at the moment.
Yes, just letting you know. As he's going to do that, and what else is he going to do in his turn? What ability does he have? Okay, cool. We'll say, let's pick a level. You know what? Wanna know what's good? He'll cast like lightning bolt at like 7th level, just going down in the area. So roll 2.
Oh, good. A spell that's not blinding.
Sensing a theme.
So they both fail because that guy got an 8 and a 5, and his DC is, well, imagine what his DC is. I'll say that, considering the circumstances. So that is a 7th level. It's an extra 46, I think.
My goodness.
Sheesh.
That's a terrible roll. That's 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 3.
Jeez.
That's actually terrible rolls. But you watch as the arcane energy flows sort of through him and ejects itself in this sort of straight line, right down past you, Kalos, and in towards the one second. The first one that it passes through just dispels the creature, as it has already taken quite a bit of damage. How do I mark that they're dead? Oh. I'm just gonna make him invisible. As that one dispels.
Gone.
He's a ghost. He disappears.
This one's deleted.
And the other one sort of convulses as it sort of as the force of arcane energy that flows through it is increased. However, it is not enough to kill it. But with that, you guys are able to now go through the portal.
Is it still sucking Kalis' soul away?
Kalis, you do not. You feel empty inside. You have a little hollowness in your chest.
I've become so.
The best way I can describe it, it's like feeling of like being in like zero gravity, like the feeling like the pit of your stomach when that car hits the hill at the right angle when you're going down it. It's kind of like that.
How would I feel anything about a soul?
Maybe it's just part of your soul.
Think about it.
No, the whole thing.
Oh.
So where's my soul right now? Did he swallow it?
Yeah, pretty much. As I said, very Dementor-esque.
I guess we need to kill it to get it back?
Yeah, so my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
I ram the Dementor, like, horns down, I tackle into it, like, I ram at its mouth with my horns, and my intention is to, like, I want to try and, like, if I can, like, anchor myself to it, and then I'm just gonna, like, plunge my hand down its throat, and
Okay.
try and grab it.
I guess give me a grapple check.
If I can only do one of those two things, that's fine. The most important thing is grabbing for the soul.
Yeah, make me a grapple check.
Ugh.
I mean, they're not known for their enormous amounts of strength. Normal wizards
You could
aren't.
roll with like wisdom or something. I don't know.
Actually, they might have a thing like.
Don't tell him that. Jesus Christ.
They're like spirit things.
Actually, yeah, they are immune to being grappled. But as you go to sort of reach through it, you watch as you sort of get caught in this. You're just grabbing this sort of tangle of robes that's sort of floating throughout the air that you're not really able to get a grip on. But you can. I'll give you points for trying to reach into it. Let me think about that. Because technically, they're incorporeal. So you would like reach into it, but you could feel yourself going through it. There'd be nothing for you to like physically grasp. If that makes sense.
So he wasn't feeling anything.
I mean, it's incorporeal, but the robes are there. Like the creature itself, there's like the shroud of it, but it's not like you can't like touch. Like you could like reach for its face, but you wouldn't really touch its face.
Do I see my soul at all?
Inside of it, no. It's not like, as I said, it's more like it was like consumed by the creature or like inside of it itself. When I say inside, it's not like it has like a body, like a chest or anything. Once they sort of came in this form, they sort of, as I said, their form just like shifted a little bit. As they gave up their normal like presentations of like citizens of Astra into whatever these things are.
Right. What the hell? Okay. So, with my other action, I'll hit it.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Yeah, because grappling is just counts as an attack, so you still have another attack left.
Yeah, I'll use reckless and brutal again.
All right, go for it. That hits.
Does it roll damage though?
It did not.
No, that's not a crit. But what the fuck?
11. What? Just 11 plus 10.
No, that's the normal attack. The one I have it on is not rolling damage for some reason.
But the brutal or not? Fuck. What is it? Your thing is plus 10 damage, right? The Great Weapon Master.
Yeah, I guess we could just use that roll. I'm just. Why is it not working? Is what I'm wondering.
Yeah, maybe I need to go through everything again and see what's going on. Cause I have no idea why.
Yeah. So I'll do Brynhild as well. So she just does 6 piercing.
Okay. Perfect. So 17, 27 damage towards this one. And you watch as its form is beginning to flicker out. However, it is still just barely, like, you manage to feel like you get a very solid hit against it as you're finally using Gnarl Heart. Which is like, you know, magical weapons are made for hitting ghosts. You're able to finally firmly strike into it. And Brynhild as well, despite being a magical weapon, but an animal. We never really talked about how that worked.
She's just the BAMF of the group.
Yeah, begins sort of shredding through the mass of it, and you watch as its form begins to shimmer. However, it is still just there. It is still there for now. But
okay.
Not hanging on too well, looks like. But with that, we move over to. Oh, it's the left shadow's turn. Yeah, they cannot see through that wall, so. How much movement do they have? Never enough. That's an explosion. I don't want that. Okay, they can both make it to... Oh, let me select this. Make it to right here and right here, respectively, as they begin maneuvering around the prismatic wall. That's their turn. What do you...
Can they make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yeah. That's a 2 and a 13. 13 plus. It's a con, right?
Yes, Constitution.
That's a 7. Oh. Yeah, no, it's a 17 total for the con save.
I didn't mean it crit. It's only 17 points, or 25 points damage.
All right, perfect. So that they both take 25. Man, it took me way too long to do 5 plus 1. Like a concerning amount of time to do that calculation. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, one of them passed, so that'd be 12 damage, or 13. Yeah, we'll round up. We'll be generous. Come on, 1 plus 3. 1 plus 3. All right, we got it. That was a rough one. I'm not gonna lie. As they move up, Taryn, does your go?
All right, I'm gonna move to here.
Yep.
And I'm gonna throw some daggers at this motherfucker.
24 will hit. Which one?
The one that Kayla's sitting next to.
Yes, and with that, as the first dagger plunges into it, you watch as you sort of hit it dead on into the only area where you can see, like, so it's sort of the sort of solid mass or the face of it, and you watch as there's just this, as it just that sort of leaves it, and you watch as the creature sort of dissipates into the air.
Oh,
and
didn't even have to do my sneak attack.
Yeah, no, it had 3 health left under Kalis. And Kalis, you feel whole once again as you watch the form of real Kalis, or not real Kalis, or it's his soul. So which one is real Kalis truly?
So my soul is probably just like.
Is your soul deer shaped or is it man shaped?
It's not. No.
I mean,
what is a deer soul converted? No, it's like.
But does it look like a human though? Is what she's really asking. Does it just look like a guy, like a guy?
No, it doesn't have like a Christian cross on it. It has like.
No, I mean like no, like,
no.
like.
Is he shaped like a man or shaped like a
deer
servitor?
What is your soul
body?
truly?
No, it's like a amorphous orb of swirling like bright green fey energies.
Alrighty.
So in the sense, it's fey. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And as the soul returns to your body, yeah, no, you don't have to worry about any other. You don't suffer any other ill effects.
As
okay, so
this orb goes into Kalis, Taryn's gonna look at him and go, "Are you okay? Is that good?"
Where the hell am I?
We all want to know this, but are you okay?
It was real dark for a minute. Now I can see you all again, so that's better.
Okay, improvement. Good. Are you gonna die?
Someday.
But not right now. That's all I need to know.
Yeah,
okay.
Now I can read the rest of that paragraph. If 1 minute passes before the affected creature's soul is restored, it is slain instantly and cannot be returned to life by any other means than a divine adventure or wish spell. So.
What was the normal effects though? It's like you fail saving throws and
you cannot regain hit points when you don't have a soul.
Makes sense.
It's a recharge move. Thank you for actually. I'm glad I checked that. Oh wait, it's dead. Never mind. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. You still have another attack though, and you still have various things you can do because as Elstron just said, the crystal is free for use now.
Right. I mean, oh my god, that writing is so small. 15, and I have just enough movement to get into that crystal.
Okay. You will have to face Jungum's Searing Dawn to get into it, but you can do so.
I am gonna look around.
It's when you end your turn in it.
Oh, it's not when you enter it? Because usually it's at the start of your turn or the first time you enter. Okay, that's good then.
When it's get cast and then at the end of the turn.
Okay.
Actually, I want to look around and see if I can see all of my party. And I don't see Zelthar, because he rolled a 16 on stealth and I rolled a 6 on perception, so I'm gonna wait and be like, has anyone seen Zelthar?
pretty sure Jungum's passive perception sees Zelthar.
He's right over there.
I don't see him. Are you sure?
Yeah, Jungum has like a 19 passive perception.
He just has like a giant leaf over his face, and Terran's like, "Where'd he go?"
Object permeance. What is that?
And that's it. I'm not gonna run in. I'm gonna wait until I can make sure all of my party is gonna go through.
Alrighty. If that's the case, it goes back to Zelthar actually. Wait, no, Jungum first. Fucking thing pressed twice. Okay. Yeah, Jungum, it's your turn.
Sweet. Right. I'm gonna move into my spell,
Okay.
and I can actually move it as
Yes.
a
As a bonus
bonus
action.
action.
Yes, if you like
Just
to.
to move it so it's like down, further downward, not
Yeah.
covering the crystal, but like still in their way.
Yeah, you got it. Where is it? That's not it. Like right there?
More down, more to the right.
Like right here?
Yeah, a little bit more down, like 2 more spaces. There we go. Perfect.
Okay, cool.
And I prepare my movement to enter it once everyone else gets here. That's it.
Okay, so that's your prepared action. Now they're back to the top of initiative. Zelthar, you would notice from behind you, and everyone else kind of would, the sort of mass of these other creatures begin to file in from the streets itself.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing
Yeah, that's so much
and
movement.
like kind of wait for prepare an action to like wait to go in with everybody else.
Alright, is that your prepared action? Yeah, Ulstron, he's going to use on his turn. What can he do here for y'all? Yeah, he'll just sort of wall of force that back area. You watch as you can't really see it, but almost like as in your peripheral, you see the sort of massive energy sort of begin to coalesce and then just disappear like this giant glass wall behind you all, cutting off the creatures at least to your immediate path.
Would that even work if they're incorporeal?
Wall of Force, yes. Wall of Force extends into the ethereal plane.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a cool spell. It's one of my favorite spells, personally. But all the wall spells they're not all great. Like Wall of Sand, actually, I'm not gonna get into the walls. Anyways. And then he's going to wait for you all to make sure you guys are on the other side first, as he sort of gestures for y'all. Go, go, go. I'll be fine here. Just let's go. Yeah. And with that, I will go over to Kalis, as it is your turn, and you see that Jung'un has sort of shifted the sort of massive, very aggressive sunlight away from the crystal, so it can be accessed safely.
I'm going to I'm gonna like move towards I'm gonna slow down basically and move towards the crystal and like time like about to dive in when Terran reaches it.
Okay, it's another held action. And lastly, they need to. Do they have enough movement to get to you? Where's the measuring stick? I gotta zoom in. Oh yeah, no, they definitely do. As this one's going to move up, and it's going to use its Withering Touch and attempt to hit you twice. The first one be, what's his attack bonus?
I'm only AC 20, so
Oh, it's at least 10.
yeah. So it's
Yeah, and then the second one. Yeah, okay. So you watch as both of these creatures, you watch as this one specifically gets a grasp onto you, as you feel yourself unable to escape its grasps, as it moves with much more speed than you would have expected. Once it closes the distance. So you could have got yours. Oh no, you need a reaction for the moving. For your.
I think I can shift my reaction if.
You can, but then your held action can't be used.
But I can't move. You said. So I can't use it anywhere.
Yeah. I was thinking you could make a sentinel attack with it, but if you do that, then you can't go through the crystal, because you.
No, but I can't go to the crystal because he grabbed me.
No, he's not grappling you. He's attacking you. I'm sorry, that was unclear.
But you said he froze me or something.
No, it's not literally freezing you.
Okay.
It's just a withering touch. So since both attacks hit, oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's level 13 for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's necrotic damage?
Yes, correct.
Alrighty.
And you watch as...
Ooh, ow. Ooh, I only have 90 hit points left. Ooh.
And you watch... Oh my god, you poor little thing. You
Back in
watch...
double digits.
You watch as these black tendrils begin to flow throughout Kalos, and almost as if like you see him grow like visibly thinner. That's a big ass cat. Sorry, you picked it up and I thought it was a dog.
Yeah, so like I'm the opposite of that right now.
Yeah, holy shit. Yes, as you see Kalos grow visibly thinner, his breath grow haggard.
It's like you're lowering like a duffel bag when you drop it.
He's 20 pounds of mostly fluff.
This other one's gonna make its way around, but it can't melee attack you quite yet. And yeah, and they're both gonna end their turn there, so they need to make con saves for Jung-un. I almost rolled fucking 2 F2s. 13 to 17, so they both take half. But you can definitely tell that it has been effective. As the one closest to Kalos, its form is beginning to phase out quite a bit compared to what it was before. Next up, we go to Terran.
So the withering touch does not look like the soul stealing.
No,
as it was before, right?
No, it looks slightly different. Kalos still looks like he has a soul. Now, what that
Okay,
means,
gotcha.
I can't tell you.
Okay, I am also going to. Oh my god, will you please fucking?
I'm a soul
move?
person, not a mole person.
I'm gonna move up to be like. Let's go, guys.
Yeah,
and...
I'll say everyone has a held action for this, but you. I think. Oh no, Jung-un hasn't done it yet.
Yeah.
I think yeah, she has a held action.
Oh yeah, so everyone but you.
I'm there, and I have more movement, so let's just. I'm gonna go through.
Yeah, we'll
So
all
with that,
jump in there.
boom, 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 boom. As
Dive.
the 4 of you disappear, keeping the name, fuck, I already forgot what it was. SBM in the back of your minds as a target destination. You can feel that your essences begin to almost dissipate. It feels distinctly different from a teleportation spell, as it has almost this numbing sensation from across your body, as you can almost see yourself being like pulled into it in this like spaghettification like fashion, and then just gone. You see yourselves in the sky above the city. You specifically, you can see the land masses around you, as now it looks very similar to what you had seen before, Terran.
Which version of the world?
The non-flooded version.
The non-flooded version.
And it looks like there's somewhere pretty far west of Revedia. But you could, because it being the big ass plateau, you could see it in the distance. And as you get up into the air, there you see there's this giant crystal suspended over the city, up among the stars themselves. And once you do that, almost like bouncing off, like light refracting, you're sort of shot off into another section of the city. And with that, that's where we're going to leave it for this session, because it's 10:20. And then next week, you guys are going to get to your target location and the ceremony, and nothing is going to happen whatsoever. It's all just going to be really chill.
I won't be here next week. I'm gonna be at a convention in Williamsburg selling stuff.
Oh shit. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out. Okay. But anyways, typical stream outro stuff. Yeah, I guess. See you next time. Or maybe I won't see you ever again. That's how this works. Goodbye. There we go.